Speaking of pulling things off, did you hear about the...
Where's this going, Pete?
What's the old saying? It takes me all night to do what I used to do all night. No. Oh, if only. The blow-up docket's flying out the window. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But the NWA, of course, we have a two-time NWA champion in Trevor Murdoch.
Well done, Trev. Well done.
I think that's really good. I actually quite like that because he went up against Nick Aldis. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was, I think, the longest reigning in recent history. Recent history, yeah, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is
well over a year. Yeah. I think it's 18 months or something.
Yeah.
And there were two other guys who I can't off the top of my head think who they were. It was a four-way.
Okay.
Trevor Murdoch's won the belt, and I actually didn't have a problem with that. Some people did.
Which was a result of Matt Cardona having to vacate.
Oh, yes, that's exactly right. Yes,
he's a bit of a darling, isn't he, the old Matt Cardona? He's become a real darling because he couldn't get a break at WWE, could he?
No.
They had him with some ridiculous gimmicks and that kind of thing, and
yeah, what was it? The Internet Championship or something? And
what was his? I can't think of what was he wrestling under in the WWE?
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah,
like that was just a terrible gimmick.
Yeah,
terrible. What was his woo or something like that? I've got no idea.
But he's gone on to win 5 world championships.
Yeah, no, he's done well. Good luck to him, I reckon he's done all right. It's a shame that he got injured. Once he's got now. Well, that was a real proper title. I don't care what they say. I mean, the other titles were nowhere near as prestigious as the NWA title.
Oh no, the NWA.
He finally got there. Injured. I feel sorry for him in that aspect, but he'll come back without a doubt. I think that without a doubt, Matt Cardona's going to do all right.
He'll come back just like CM Punk will come back for his, and and then so you got interim champions at the minute, and they're basically at AEW, which I don't really like, but they're saying, look, whoever wins is just the interim champion. I mean, I know CM Punk has to come back and face that person, but he's going to go over.
Well, it'd be great to see, we were talking about it, and it'd be great to see, and it's just not going to happen, but it would be nice to see if it did happen, would be Danielson winning the belt.
Yeah.
And then as a good, strong heel, because he plays a good heel, smart-ass heel, then he comes back. Imagine CM Punk. Yeah, he's a heel over there, or he was a heel. They stuck him in the Blackpool.
Whereas Cardona is kind of heel, which
is never any good.
No, I don't like that. You're either one or the other.
Yeah. But him versus CM Punk in 8-12 months' time.
Yeah.
You blow the roof off the joint, wouldn't you? You blow the roof off the joint, But I don't know what I think Tony Khan is. I don't know what Tony Khan is doing. I don't know. I've got no idea. He's got that much money. He's crazy.
Well, that's yeah.
Some of his booking is insane. I mean, you got FTR on the books, right? FTR would have to be. They'd have to be the best tag team in the world. They'd have to be.
You reckon? Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay.
Without being smart, I mean,
No.
I'd say that. Yeah, right. They got everything, right, as a tag team, right, and they've got probably one of the worst tag teams as the AEW champions with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Who?
Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
I don't know. I don't really watch much AEW, so I don't know.
No, compared to.
Well, isn't he the son of Perry from
Perry Saturn? You talking?
No.
Luke Perry.
Luke Perry. Yeah.
Is that Jungle Boy? Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's the son of Luke Perry. That Luke Perry, Anthony, he came out of...
He should go back. He should go to acting then. Get out of wrestling.
Was he out of that 90210?
Yeah, that's the dude. Yeah,
he was recently passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, did he?
About 219.
Oh, wow.
If you were given Jungle Boy the opportunity because his old man was Luke Perry, right, and that's why he's there, because I couldn't figure it out, because he's got no charisma, he's got nothing going for him, right? That's ridiculous. Yeah, if they remake 90210, tell him to go get a job over there.
Maybe they could put him with Taz's son.
Or even Hook. Everyone's going on about Hook. That guy's got the charisma of a wet mop.
Has he? Again, I haven't seen him. I got to be honest. I don't.
I mean, his old man had good charisma. His old man was good on the stick and that, right? No, but he's not good on the stick. He's a good worker in ring, for sure. But as far as charisma, that's why I think they stuck him with Danhausen.
Well, maybe what they should have done is have Taz manage him and be the mouthpiece.
Well, he's part of Taz's group, but Taz doesn't manage anyone. It's very bizarre.
Is it?
Everything over there is bizarre. You don't know. It's like Bizarro World. Like you've got, the Taz's group. What are they called over there? I can't remember now.
Team Taz.
Team Taz. There you go. Simple as that. Team Taz. And Taz is never there with the team. But he's on commentary. He's on commentary.
Oh,
the team. I mean, this is how ridiculous it is. They've got 5 people on the. They've got a guy out there on commentary that wears a mask. Lucha mask.
The luchador guy.
Yeah.
Is Big Show still doing commentary?
Big Show hasn't been on TV for a while.
Yeah, Big Show's gone missing. Mark Henry's gone missing.
Mark Henry's birthday yesterday, 51.
51.
51.
That's a monster of a man.
That
really is. That's a monster of a man. He was talking
about making some sort of comeback as well over there.
He could.
Yeah.
The only reason he wasn't wrestling for WWE because I said he was too old.
Wow.
That's what WWE said. He could be still going now. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. Physically a beast.
Yeah.
Right? Big Show, I think he's done. I think the way that hip is, he's done. When we watched him work against...
he's done. He's done.
Because he had a hip replacement, didn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't move right. Just
because of his frame and his size and that, I mean...
Who did he wrestle that match that we watched him wrestle?
QC Marshall.
Yeah, that's right.
Who was it, Anthony?
QC Marshall.
No, is that who we saw him wrestle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good match.
But really, AEW is Bizarro World. It really is. They've got the biggest roster on the planet, right? They've got a guy personally funding the promotion.
Yes.
That's scary. Yeah. He got money, but there's only so much money. Right? He's got, what was the last time we looked at that? It was 130 people on the roster?
Yeah, but how many of them actually... See, that's the other thing.
They're all contracted. They're all on contracts.
Yeah, they're all like... But he's done the reverse of Vince. Like, he's now gone and got everyone so no one else can have them. But then he's not using them. It's like accumulating, a massive warehouse full of classic cars and no one gets to see them.
Yeah, but he's got crap. No, I'm not. I shouldn't say that. That's being a bit harsh. But he's got guys that are not TV quality.
Yeah.
Right? So, I was not TV quality. I'm an indie worker. That's what I am. That's where I was at. I was a good worker, good indie worker, but no one was ever going to wrestle at WWE. Right? But you got these guys that are like me that were good indie guys, right? Solid, right? Paying them, I think, between $50,000 and $80,000 a year to sit on their ass and do YouTube work. That's 130 people. Let's say he's top 20 are on big money.
Yeah.
Right? He's now got 110 guys he's paying $50,000 to $70,000 to $80,000 a year just to hang around.
Well, just while we're talking, I've got my calculator out. So let's say 70,000.
Yep.
Times how many people?
110.
110. 7.7 million.
A year.
A year to have people doing bugger all.
YouTube, the dark shows and stuff like that. It's a lot of money.
You can build hospitals with that.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. It's bizarre world. I mean, if you kept 30 guys, right, 35 guys, and said that $7.5 million, I'm going to use that on wages for those 30 guys, that's still a good wage.
Well, if you divide that 7.7 million divided by, say, 35,
yep,
that's 220 grand each.
That's right. And let's not talk about, your top guys, you're always going to pay a little bit more, and the bottom guys, you're going to pay a little bit less.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
right? So at the moment, he's working.
Proven, yeah.
Yeah. The budget this guy's working on, how many billions of dollars you're worth. You ain't going to stay around in business like that for too long. He just bought ROH.
But Mick, we're saying 7.7 million on the ones he doesn't use.
That's right.
Guys, at the top end of the roster. So that's 7.7 million, but the wage bill and producers and referees and TV.
We haven't even touched them.
That could be 11 or 12 million all up a year.
And I'll tell you what,
$1 million a month.
Yeah,
$1 million a month. I mean, I don't care how rich you are. How long are you going to keep doing that?
That's it. How long before you run out of funds? And he's not making money.
No, because it's one thing in business to say my output is $1 million a month just in wages. That's not counting, hiring arenas and TV crews and everything that goes in setting up a show. But then you look at, that's what's going out, what's coming in.
That's right.
Now, if you're spending, say, $1.25 million, $1.5 million a month, but you've only got, say, $500,000 coming back or whatever, you're still losing, $500,000 to $1 million a month.
That's right. That's what your accountant says, knock this shit off.
Yeah.
But he's not, he's just, and this is where I can't see it lasting forever. I just can't.
I think Vince is just waiting for him to blow all his money.
Yeah, I think Vince is just saying, keep spending, keep doing.
Keep going.
But if he all of a sudden got rid of those guys that were sitting in the back, it's 7.7 million a year freed up.
Yeah.
Right? He's already, I guarantee you that CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, all those guys are not working. Moxley, they're not working for $235,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of those ones and just use your top 35 guys and do it right. You would be. He could have something. He have something there.
And then you find that other promotions would benefit. The NWA would benefit because they'll pick up some of the guys. There might be a few go over to Vince. The Indies will get a better roster of people to pick from, and all of a sudden the business everywhere regenerates.
That's right.
Because every indie show and the next tier down promotions like your NWAs and your whatever else over there, all of a sudden the quality of your shows goes up and it just puts wrestling in a better place.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, you don't have to be real smart. If we know that, surely to goodness they must.
Well, you got a guy that's running it that's never had any. He's a mark, exactly. And he never had any real part of the business. He doesn't know really what the business is like. And, wrestlers being wrestlers, they're just playing to his ego.
And I'd love to know the real reason Cody left, because he basically had the run of the joint.
Well, I think that basically when Punk and Danielson come in
on bigger money
bigger money, and I think he's asked for the same money and they've gone no, and he's gone, well, fine, I'll go to Vince.
Now Vince has given him more money than he was getting, obviously, and he's become a bigger star in a month in WWE than he did in 3 years at AEW.
Because there's people running the place that's got half of a clue of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we bag the WWE a lot, but Cody Rhodes is a bigger star in 6 weeks than he was in 3 years at the other joint.
That's right. That's right.
With the matches he put on and then that whole wrestling with the injury. What was it they said there was it, Anthony, did you see the thing? There was a 2 million Google lookups for Cody Rhodes after that match with the torn pictorial. I think Google had 2 million searches for Cody Rhodes.
I believe that was that.
Yeah. I mean, look what that's done. That plus what he's done, and he's a hero, and when he comes back, the heat will be even more.
Did you see his promo at the beginning of the show on SmackDown?
Yeah.
It's one of the best promos I've seen for a long time.
I tell you what, it's one thing he's got from his old man. He's no Dusty in that respect, but he does a very, very good promo.
Yeah, he's emotional with his daughter and that kind of thing. His daughter can see that. Just stuff like that.
There's another Rhodes that we haven't mentioned, and about the daughter, and then even when what's his face, Seth Rollins come out, and then at the end, and he goes, and Dusty would be proud.
Yeah,
and you saw him just a little bit again, well up, and it's good stuff. That is top shelf stuff. People don't realise in the heat of battle, so to speak, under the spotlight, the cameras, and to pull it off like that, that's not easy.
That's right. That's right. And
I loved it. He's the only promo I listen to. All the others I fast forward because none of them can talk.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree 100%. He's got everything going. It's a shame he got the injury now.
Yeah, the timing should have. But you know what? In a funny sort of way, could bring him back even quicker.
Yeah.
You know, because he'll come back at what's the? Because they're talking about Seth Rollins potentially takes Money in the Bank, then cashes it in at SummerSlam, was it, or something, and then they challenge. Then Cody challenges him at WrestleMania for the belt.
Do you reckon that it'd be? I reckon it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be for Reigns' belt though.
It'd have to be.
Reckon? You can see. Did they drop the belt to
Seth? Well, against his former Shield partner. Seth gets it, has it for a few months. Cody comes back, challenge for the thing at WrestleMania.
I don't know. You know what could happen? I don't know. I don't know if that would work, but because Seth's a heel. They've already done that whole angle with him and Rollins and that kind of thing. It could be when Cody comes back, he actually challenges for the case.
Well, something like that too, yeah. I think we spoke about that last week, didn't we? Or something like that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So maybe he challenges for the case, because then he gets the opportunity at Reigns with the case.
Could work.
That would work. Absolutely would work.
I'm not sure whether, Reigns is if Reigns is going to lose, it's got to be to someone special at this point. Yeah.
But let's not forget that The Rock is going to be around for WrestleMania. Now, clearly he's not going to wrestle for the belt, but he is, as we've said a few times on our last few shows, he is completely and utterly cleared his schedule all around WrestleMania.
Yeah, no,
he's going to be there.
I don't see the long-term end to him wrestling Reigns.
Well, it's for the whole head of the tribal chief, the head of the table. Maybe Reigns gets, they do it that he gets sort of too big for his boots sort of thing and dishonoured the name or the tradition or the family or something like that. And The Rock comes in to sort of set him straight.
Gives one of the headhunters a friggin' slap across the face or something, and The Rock comes in to protect their honour.
Well, it'll be something like that.
Something like that. It's possible.
Yeah, I could see them doing something where maybe Reigns, maybe they bring Arthur and Seeker out or something like that, and he does something, or
because whose son is he?
He's Seeker's son.
Seeker's son. So you wouldn't think he'd hit his old man, but maybe Alpha. Yeah,
but then would the Usos turn on him? Because because Rikishi's their dad. I don't know. God,
there's so many of them. So no, look, I don't. Like I said, I always like to see The Rock back. Don't get me wrong. I think, he is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. He is.
The people's eyebrow and the people's elbow. And he's very current. Even though he's not wrestling, but he's got the Young Rock show. He's in movies all the time. Like, he's very current.
And his body's better now than it was when he was wrestling.
See them?
Yeah,
he gets up at 4 a.m. every morning.
Yeah, he's a freak. But
seriously. Then, if I had Paige at my front door, I wouldn't get up at 4 o'clock every morning. That's saying something, and I'm desperate. But so fair thing, the motivation is.
He's motivated, definitely. But that's his job, though. That's his job.
Yeah, I know.
That's his job. But he's motivated to do it as well.
Yeah, but if he never worked again, he'd never have to. Like, he's worth that much. And just merchandise of his whatever and royalties. He never would have to work again. But to get up and do it, I think, hats off to him.
I agree. I agree. If I didn't, I'd love to have that kind of lifestyle. I could get up and train, and then I'm going to go and have lunch.
I get up at 4 in the mornings because I'm going to pee. Seriously, that's about it. Or there's a fire.
Me too. I've got to get up and then get ready for work. 4 in the morning. No.
Mind you, as you know, I used to get up at 2:15 every day for work for about 3 years or something. So been there, done that, and I wouldn't do it again. But it aged me terribly.
Nah, yeah, it's not a good lifestyle.
It's not a good lifestyle, no. But you do what you got to do, don't you?
This is true.